Hello, friends. Sam Swindel here, president of Swindel Investments and Securities, home of the Square Deal. Now, I have been getting a number of emails from you good people out there saying, how can I get into the dinosaur purchasing and auctioning business and make the vast wealth that we so richly deserve? Well, I can tell you, you have come to the right place. Swindel Investments has been a leader the last 4 years in purchasing and selling dinosaur skeletons to obtain the vast wealth that you so richly deserve. Now, here's how it works. First thing is you send me lots of money. Then I take that money and I pair it up with other investors who also have sent me lots of money. Then through my unlimited connections with fossil collectors, we go out into the Badlands and the Hell Creek Formation and wherever we've got to go, and we purchase a dinosaur. And those dinosaurs can be anything from T-Rex to Archaeopteryx. We got them all. Anyway, the purchase is made on private land and everything is completely legal, believe me. Then we go ahead and bring in paleontologists. They remove the bones from the ground. The bones are then sent to our prep lab, and from the prep lab it is assigned to an auctioneer. At that point, that's where the real magic begins. We hype the daylights out of the skeleton, and all we do is we send out all sorts of advertisements to only the wealthiest people in the world. That way it ensures that you're going to make the vast wealth that you so richly deserve. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, okay, Sam, but how long does this all take, and what are we going to have to do? Well, I must say that is a bit of a daunting proposition. However, generally 30 days is probably sufficient to make vast amounts of wealth that you so richly deserve. Now, there's probably a number of you who are at the entry-level position because I have received your mails also. Now, our first program where you buy part of the whole dinosaur is called Piece of a Dinosaur. And that's great. And once we have the dinosaur and you own it, you will receive this beautiful computer-generated certificate of ownership. And you'll notice up here it says official. That's because of this gold seal down here. This makes it completely official, and you are a part owner in a dinosaur. Now, for you entry-level investors who have emailed me and said, Sam, we want to get in and make the vast wealth that we so richly deserve, but we're not quite there yet. Our net worth is not quite as high as you would like. Is there anything you can do for us? Well, it's your lucky day again, because, in fact, we have a new dinosaur program called Piece of a Dinosaur. And that means you will own a portion of one bone, just like this femur of a juvenile. Now, let me explain how it works. You send me lots of money. I pair you up with other investors who have sent me lots of money. And we go out and through my vast connection with a number of fossil collectors, we find a bone that is significant, and we have it prepped. We assign it to an auction house, and then once again, we hype the daylights out of it to only the wealthiest people in the world. A number of bones like this, by the way, are very enticing because people can obviously repurpose them. This particular one is probably going to be a lampshade stand. Who knows? Anyway, now a lot of you have probably said to me, Sam, you are without a doubt the greatest investment counselor in the world. And I say, well, yeah, I probably am. You're probably right. However, we also make sure that a number of things happen. And on the piece of a dinosaur program, again, everything is done legal. And we make sure that it's done on private property. And of course, Americans are, kind of stupid because we allow our fossils to be sold. And that's great. That's the advantage for us. Anyway, okay, there is one more bonus to this whole thing that's really important. Okay, so the last thing that's really important are two small points. One is the fossil collectors are anonymous. Nobody knows who they are. The paleontologists are anonymous. The landowner we buy the fossil from is anonymous. You, as an investment buyer, will remain anonymous, and the buyer of the fossil, you're the seller, but the buyer of the fossil will also remain anonymous, and as an extra added bonus, its final disposition will be absolutely unknown and top secret. I mean, come on. What can go wrong? And remember this here at Swindel Investments and Securities. We covered every dollar. There is no flamboyant spending. We don't believe in that. I watch out for that. I make sure that every dollar goes where it should go and every investment dollar comes back where it should go. Anyway, so that should take care of it. We'll be expecting your calls. I have operators standing by. And again, this is Sam Swindel of Swindel Investments. All right, friends. So again, this is the conservative Sam Swindel saying, come on over. Let's get investing in dinosaur skeletons. I have operators standing by. Call me now. Send me that money. Yeah, that money. That's it. More and more of it. I want all of it. Remember, your dollars are conserved here. Don't worry about science. You worried about science? Let me tell you what scientists say, and I'll tell you what I can say to the scientists. Hey, science, coprolite happens. That's the way it goes. If you want to buy dinosaur skeletons, go ahead and bring your money. Just like this. Money. This is what it takes. Lots of it. Money. All right, this is Sam Swindel. Thank you. Okay, hello friends. This is Thag with Thag's Dino Reviews and Paleopolitics. Now, did you think the preceding was a comedy skit? Some sort of parody thought up at the Improv? Well, you better think again, because believe it or not, that is a real scenario. Maybe not that outlandish and goofy, but nonetheless, just that serious. Now, let me tell you why. A number of art galleries, not recently, but in the past, I mean, this has been an ongoing thing with them, have programs where they gather investors up and they buy works of art and then they hype the daylights out of them and they sell them at huge profits. That's one of the reasons I believe that major artworks have just been skyrocketing in price. And it's probably a trend that's not going to stop. Unfortunately, that same trend is now taking over with paleontological items such as dinosaur skeletons. There are other artworks that have been, the targets of these auction companies, but really the newest kid on the block are the dinosaur skeletons, and the potential for them to go crazy is unbelievable. They do basically the same thing. They gather up a group of investors, they purchase these things, they keep everybody anonymous, and they get a lot of hype. They really do go out of their way to advertise to very wealthy people. And that's the people that are going to buy these things, let's be honest. And right now, unfortunately, as I sit here in front of you, 2023 looks like it's going to be a really bad year because I think there are going to be a huge number of skeletons. For one thing, I've got some friends on the ground in some of the fossil bearing states of Western North America, and they tell me that this season they expect uh, commercial collectors out in droves, unprecedented numbers, and an unprecedented number of fossil and mineral shops that are opening in those areas also to sell dinosaur fossils. Basically, that's really what it gets down to. So, we are going to have quite an adventure in 2023. Anyway, I just wanted you to be aware of that, be aware of what's going on. This is another warning. It's probably not going to stop. If anything, it's going to accelerate because the money is going to be really almost beyond belief. It seems to be recession proof, and if that's the case, then I'm afraid that we're in for a really long haul. I don't know how tough a slog this is going to be, but I suspect that it's going to be really tough. This should be a pivotal year. And again, I've said before, and I'll say it again, I want to hear these paleontologists cry when a really great fossil comes up that could answer a lot of questions, and they've done nothing but sit on their hands instead of trying to stem the flow of this sort of thing. That fossil heritage belongs to all of us, and it should be in a museum or a research facility, especially fossils that can answer a lot of questions. Anyway, I'm Thag. I'm yours for the discipline, and I'll catch you on the rebound.